welcome to Crafters TV. It's lovely to be with you today on this New Year's Eve. Don't worry, you've not overslept. This is a pre-record just to let you know. My name is, by the way, Rebecca Redican. It's lovely to be with you. This is a pre-record, which means that if you are watching us, just remember that all of the show items and the prices were correct at the time of filming, but it's always worth keeping your peepers peeled and shopping the show. Don't forget, even though we are not live right now, you can get interactive, have a little natter with each other on our socials, and do feel free to maybe talk about what your New Year's resolution's gonna be. You are definitely in the right place today if you fancy some bargains as well, because our Christmas winter sale is still on. So if you do want to seize the moment, head on over to our website and treat yourself to some of those goodies. And as it is New Year's Eve, how's about we treat you with some special inspiration for this masterclass? We have got some epic treats with our wonderful Michelle. Hey Michelle.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
It's lovely to see you. Give us a little hint about what we've got coming up today.
So we've got some of our nature's garden coming up for you. So we've got some fabulous stuff on the show. So we've got the secret garden, which I absolutely adore. So you've got this beautiful wrought iron gate, and it does open. I'm going to try and do it backwards for you. So it opens up, and then you can see what's inside there. And then, so we've got the secret garden again, and again another one of those beautiful doors that opens up.
That was me being the door.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. I mean, the fact I had to explain it shows my skills.
Dear.
I love these ones.
Shimwasari. I love this collection. I think this has got to be one of my all-time favourites. It's just so different, I think, from some of the stuff that... Is that a twisted one? Let me have... Oh, no, it's not, look. I think it's just so different from some of the collections that we've got. So
be
beautiful.
Great for like New Year, Chinese New Year, the lanterns and all of that.
Yes,
great.
Perfect for that. And then another favourite, so this is the Farmhouse Collection. And just nice and simple with that vase and those flowers in there. And then a last sample for you again with the Farmhouse. So we've got those beautiful like seed packets on there, used in a different way again with those flower stamps and dies. So some lovely inspiration coming up for you this morning.
We have got so many goodies, as you can tell. Don't forget, we've got demos and more. But first off, let's start, if we may, with the Secret Garden. Now, this collection is absolutely epic. If you love the Secret Garden, of course, the traditional book, if maybe you saw the film that came out last year, then this is most certainly one for you. There are so many treats and treasures in this. Let me just grab these so I can show you. So in here, we're bringing to you oodles. I want to, if I may, start off with the 12 by 12 papers. Now, the 12 by 12 papers are massive. You're getting a big amount in here. But what I love about them is there's a delicacy to them. And what I mean by that is there's muted tones. It's very softly, gently, which I think makes it kind of timeless and ageless. So we have got lots of those. Just check these out. Double-sided for you. So you're getting kind of double that impact, if you will. Or you've got musical notes, treble clefs. You've got the theme, of course, of the handwritten letters and the likes of the garden themes running through here as well. So there really is loads to indulge and enjoy in this one too. Really nice for winter and actually for spring and summer too. So those are those ones. I'm not stopping there. We have got for you stamps and so much more in this treasure as well. So let me bring to you your secrets revealed. Now, don't forget, if you want to grab these, you're getting the opportunity to do so today. You are getting this collection here for £4.99. So you've got this wonderful imagery of the girl going through the door with that liana design over the top. Then I'm going to bring to you a moment in time. Now, this is a lovely detail that we're bringing here. You've got that person sitting on the swing. And I think this would be wonderful maybe for, even the likes of first day back at school. It would be wonderful for maybe inviting people to a party that might take place outside. As well as that, I'm bringing to you your mystical wood. I think this would work great with some of those creature stamps that you have. If you've got any animal scenic stamps, this would work wonderfully. You've also got the deer in there. Let's do Secrets Unlocked for you now. This would be lovely for a 21st birthday. You obviously get the key for your 21st traditionally. Also though, I love that you've got these butterfly details. It could be kind of even quite romantic. Think about Valentine's Day, sort of the key to your heart, without maybe being too OTT. You know, you have them people who are dead mushy and like, oh, hearts, I love them. That's me. Not everyone is like that, so that's a little bit more subtle. This is Enchanted Door I've got for you next. And as we saw earlier, you're going to be getting the die itself, which actually works on the axis. And what this is going to do is it's going to cut through that detail for you. So you've got that wonderful work detail. Then you're getting all of these other little delicate dies, which of course, these ones here, you could easily use on your mini. I'm bringing to you your Whimsical Lanterns. These lanterns are so spectacular. They're quite Dickensian. They make me think of something quite sort of old and vintage. So maybe you could use this with some of those vintage stamps that you have. Now I want to bring you your secret key. For me, personally, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking how great it would be to pair it with the Secrets Unlocked. I just think that's a great pairing. So if you just treat yourself to two things today, that could be an option for you. You've got the key, and you've got that tag as well. The Gateway to the Garden is, for me, one of the most intricate of the door dies that we have ever done here at Crafters. This is an absolute beauty. So you've got that wonderful door detail, still nice and sturdy though, it still holds its own, and that again goes to show how much we've put into this. I've got for you your garden gateway. Now this one, if I show you, you have got your cut and emboss. So emboss means it's adding the texture, and cut means it's giving you that cutting detail. So it's kind of a two-in-one that you're getting here. That is just $12.99 or $14.95, unless it's your first order, and then you're getting that platinum price. Let's bring to you one of our all-time favourites. It's your Vellum. So you've got this translucent appeal here. What I love about our Vellum is, although you keep that delicacy, although you keep that element of almost kind of, you know, papyrus, should I say, looking detail, you are still getting that vibrancy of the colour. So all of that you can create. And then finally, I'm bringing to you your mixed luxury cardstock. All of these slightly textured. You've got some in here that have got the shimmer element to it, and then you've got almost the linen finish as well. All of these for you today, $14.99. You get 32 sheets of that, and it's A4 as well, so it's a decent size. So treat yourself to what you will. Add them to your order whilst we can. Just as a reminder, this is a pre-record, so if anything has sold out, we apologise, but you can still treat yourself to everything else. Who fancies a little bit of inspiration? Yeah, me too. Michelle, what are we up to first?
So we're going to have a play with the Secret Garden. So I've got a few of my favourite elements from this collection. So we've got this beautiful Secrets Unlocked. And again, I adore this one. This is just fabulous. And that key absolutely will go wonderfully with that. If you cut that key out and emboss it, heat emboss it 2 or 3 times, you get almost quite a realistic looking key to go with this. So it gives it a really nice depth and dimension to it. So yes, absolutely use that with this one for sure. Are we open? I wasn't sure. I thought I had a box fresh one then. No. So opening this up, you can see you get the beautiful stamp in there. Let me turn that over for you. So that beautiful stamp and a couple of butterflies, because you can never have too many butterflies. And then the beautiful die cut element there, and then this. So the Gateway to the Garden. This is just a fabulous addition, and can be used not just with this collection, absolutely can be used across all your collections. And then we've got this one again, so you've got those beautiful stamps in there with that detail and the dies to cut them out. So this is what we're going to have a play with first. So I think we'll stamp this out first. So I'm going to bring in my stamping platform, which is an absolute must game changer. I know I've said it before, but I'm going to keep saying it. I didn't like stamping before I got my stamping platform, and Angela from the design team. She was like, you absolutely need to get a stamping platform. It'll change the way you view it. And I was like, but no, she was absolutely right. I got one and I was like, oh my God, I enjoy stamping now. You pick your stamp up with it, you can place it exactly where you need it to go. You can go back in and stamp, double stamp, triple stamp, and know that it's going to stamp exactly where you want it to be without no shadowing, with no having to guess where you're going to be stamping. Have I got it in the right place? Is it going to, and then, yeah, so it's just, I love stamping now. If I can get a collection with lots of stamps in there, then that's all the better for me.
That's great, isn't it? It's particularly important with things like words as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Trying to double stamp a word without it.
Yeah, definitely. Unless you're looking for that, drop shadow effect with your stamping.
Yeah, of course.
Which normally we're not.
No.
But yeah, that's normally when you say, yeah, no, I meant to do that. And you didn't really. Yeah.
Artistic flair,
that's
we call
it. That's it. So this is my stamp, and we're going to die cut this out. So it's entirely up to you which way you do this. You can die cut, then stamp and colour, or you can stamp it out, die cut it, then colour it. There's no right or wrong way as to which to do this. It's entirely which you feel more comfortable with doing. So I'm going to take this down because we don't want it to move from where I'm going to place it. And these are very easy to line up. So just take that second to make sure you've got it lined up, and then we'll run it through. So I'm running it through my Gemini, but this will go through your smaller machine. So it'll go through your MIDI as well. It won't go through your Mini, but definitely MIDI upwards for this one. So I'm getting really good at remembering which machines take which sizes now. So let's take this off. And then this is where we would colour it in. But as you can see, it's cut out beautifully. Now, if you don't like that white outline around the edge, you can sort of go around with like one of our light greys. It just takes that white edge off. Or depending on what colour you've coloured it in, you could just ink around your edges, with a corresponding colour. So entirely up to you what you do with that. Or I actually like the white edge, so I normally leave it just as it is. So I've got this. So what I've got my tri-blends, and I've brought in lots of different colours because I want to colour it nice and bright. So I've got a gold yellow blend, fair skin blend. So I've got alpine green, what's that one? It's upside down. Pale pink shades, pale pink blend, dull green, earth brown, tan shades. So all those sort of secret garden colours, if you want. So I'm not going to do it because limited time, because we're on a shorter show today, with it being a pre-record. So this is what it looks like when I've coloured it in. So I've brought those. So that's the true blue shade there as well. So I've coloured it in. And those white bits, all I've done is I've got a gel pen, which you can get absolutely anywhere, and just highlighted where I think sort of that highlight would fall on my leaves. And I think it just adds that little bit of extra oomph.
Yeah, definitely. Makes it look realistic.
Yes, it gives it a bit of a pop, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's what I've done with this. So I'm going to move that to the side because we're going to die cut this beauty out. And I love this. It's a wonderful size. So it's just short of 4 inches by 6.2 inches. So nice, wonderful size. And we're going to cut it out on some gold matte mirror card.
Lovely.
And again, I'm going to tape it down. It's just a habit that I've got into. I know a lot of you will use your magnetic underneath and use that to keep your dies in place so they're not moving. And again, that's just all personal preference. I tape everything down to within an inch of its life to make sure that it doesn't move.
Yeah.
And again, this goes through I think that goes through your MIDI, doesn't it?
Goes through what, sorry?
Through your MIDI. So that will go through your midi, that one, 3.9.
Fab. Oh, just look how great that looks.
I was just going to say, you know, I'm taking it off and look, it's all just falling out. All those die cut elements are just falling out beautifully. I'm not even having to tap or pull, they're just cutting out.
That's great.
And even with the mirror card, it's got a coating on. So even with that coating on there, everything's just falling out beautifully.
Yeah.
So let's
looks like the gates to Buckingham Palace a bit, doesn't it?
Yes.
Really, it does.
Yeah, it really does. So
and
lovely.
It'll be the Jubilee 2022, won't it?
Yes.
So maybe great for Buckingham Palace cards.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's the thing, isn't it? Looking at the stuff that you've got in your stash and looking at it with different eyes as to what, so you look at it and you think, well, this is what it's for, but actually, what else can it be for?
Yeah, definitely.
And trying to, I tend to use things that I think won't go, if that makes sense, because more often than not, you find that actually, that does go.
That's brilliant.
That does match. So let's move all of them to the side. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put these together on a card. So show you how all these beautiful elements come together. So I've got a piece of our beautiful vellum and I'm going to put it on to the back of this card. So this is just, so this is 9.5 by 7.5 and I have scored it at 1 inch and a half an inch and then 1 inch and a half an inch at this side as well. So that's the back piece. So we're just going to use some tape pen and we're going to tape this onto the back. So yeah, use your vellum. I think we always reach for our papers to do things like this, but reach for your vellum instead. It just gives it that different effect. So there we go.
And also because you can see through the vellum, the white really gives it a pop,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And then just changing it up, so if you're using black on the back instead, gives it another totally different effect. Because I think we do tend to always reach for the white card as a card base. And again, you know, change it up. Instead of, when you go to reach for your white card, think, actually, shall I try the craft card or my black card? Because I think sometimes even with crafting, we tend to go to what we know.
Yeah.
So again, so what I've done is I've just used a die, one of our nesting dies, and I've just cut an aperture out the front, and then I'm matte and layering with the card and the paper pad from this beautiful collection. So that's going to give me my aperture for the front. I'm going to put my beautiful little birdie in the middle. Birdie.
He's a little birdie.
He's a little birdie.
And you could colour that bird in any colour you wanted, couldn't
Absolutely, you could, yeah. So depending on who it's for, what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
So just pop that there. Make sure that it's where I want it before I press down. And then just move that to the side for now. So I've got a piece of acetate, so I'm going to put this behind here, so when I put that on, it sits nice and sturdy.
I see.
So I'm just going to, I'm a little bit organised today.
Get you.
I know. But, you know, take a picture because it doesn't happen very often. No, I'm definitely, I'm not the most organised person in the world, but I do try.
I don't know, your Christmas tree looked pretty organised to me.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to use the dotty because I've got the holes in between. I don't want to get all that yucky, gunky bit. And I'm not going to have my both doors opening. So I'm going to tape one down and I'm going to leave one open.
Okay.
Just because. I mean, you can tape them both down, you can leave them both open. Entirely up to you. It doesn't really matter. I just thought for a change, I'll just have it so one opens.
Okay.
So let's just get this lined up over here. Lovely. There we go.
That's pretty.
Now which one opens? There we go. So I've just got one side that opens and my other one's taped down. So before I glue this together, so I've just got two pieces of the paper from the pack, and not using Dotty. Just using my tape pen, I'm going to put these on. And so I am, look at this, well organised. I've got my gems on and everything.
Gosh, you're just showing off today, aren't you?
It is only my first demo though.
So, yeah. We've still got time.
We've still got time.
Oh no, that was absolutely fab.
So there we go, so that's that. And then I'm going to tape these bits up because it's easier to do this side than the other side. And so just hover that over, make sure you get your top bit in first and then put the rest on. And then this side just...
Oh, lovely.
There we go. So there we go, so we've got that. So just give it a fold and bend into place. And then I've just got a couple more elements here. So I've got a little bow, I've got the, do you want to know a secret?
Oh.
I always want to sing that.
Oh, is that a song, is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Oh.
Is it do you want to build a snowman?
No, do you want to know a secret? I think it's like an Everly Brothers song.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's quite an old song.
Oh, I'm going to have a listen to that later. I'll get you to
I'm singing it to, I'd sing it to you, but you'd still have no clue what it is if I sung it to you.
Like me when I sing to people, and if I'd sung in time and in tune, they'd have got it. Yeah, yes. I get you.
Yeah, that's it. So a little bow there, and then just my little butterfly, I'm going to pop at the top in that corner. Oh, it is the Beatles. Yeah, do you want to know a secret?
Oh,
there we go. Now. So that beautiful secret garden with just one door opening to show you that lovely inside there.
Oh, Michelle, thank you so much for showing us that. Isn't that gorgeous? And if you would like to treat yourself to this, remember we've got some epic deals going on with your secret garden today. So seize the moment, whether it's the dies, whether it's stamps, whatever it might be. Also remember, we've got our winter extravaganza sale still on. It will be wrapping up soon, but for now you can treat yourself. Do head on over, shop the show, have a nosy online and treat yourself. Just as a quick reminder, hey up, my name's Becky. Lovely to be with you. I hope you're having a fabulous New Year's Eve. It is a pre-recorded show, so we are coming to you from the past. So I just want to remind you that if you are treating yourself to anything, all of the prices and stock levels and things that we show on show are true at time of recording. Always worth having a little nosy online to triply check though, because whilst you're online, you may well be hankering for a end of year deal, and let me tell you, I've got an end of year steal of a deal coming up right now. This is your Shimwasari collection. I'm bringing to you the Shimwasari dies, stamps and so much more. Now in this piece, first off, I'm going to be bringing to you your Shimwassery Frame. Now put it the right way around. This is an absolute stunner. You're getting two elements with this as a reminder, and I want to let you know that you are getting that quality that you can use year in, year out. 20 quid usually. Happy with that? Very happy. $7.99, grab it. 60% off approximately. Absolute bargain. And then bringing to you your beautiful birds. I absolutely love these, whether you turn them into a parakeet or a budgie, lovebirds possibly, dependent on colour. Again, using it all year round. A really nice one for Valentine's Day, possibly, or even for friendship. Then I'm going to be bringing to you the temple. Now this is your Shimwasari temple, and I adore the quality of this. I love how detailed it is. I also really like that you're getting the extra elements here. Of things, of sentiments such as life is beautiful. There's something really wonderful about that. And as I mentioned, with the likes of these elements, great for maybe Chinese New Year. And this one definitely is. This is our Oriental Lanterns. Pop it like that for you. Now, these different lanterns are great because as you can see with the dies, you can cut them out fully, or you can cut them out on folds. So you've got the option here to add little elements, make it like a bookmark feature almost, or just to have them individually. It's totally up to you. Great for New Year, great for Chinese New Year, which of course is a little bit later on in the month, but lovely for you to work with, I think, indeedy. Let's go a little bit floral now, may we? We're bringing to you your Peony Wreaths collection in this one. You're going to be getting 8 elements, and that does include your dies in here as well. It's that way around. You have got here, it says things like bloom where you are planted, which I think is wonderful. Wouldn't that be great for like a work related card, you know, like maybe a new job, maybe a new home, bloom where you are planted. Maybe it's about going on holiday. There's lots you could do with that. Oh, this is one of my absolute faves I've got for you, your Pretty Peony embossing folder. So what this does again is it's going to add texture to your designs. You've got the innie and the outie side, a bit like belly buttons, and it's going to add some lovely texture to your pages. And then finally, and just wait till you see the price on this, £2.79. I find that down the back of my sofa sometimes. We have got for you your Shimwassery 3D die cut toppers, 18 elements including foiling on there, £2.79 or $3.18. It's an absolute bargain. So if you do want to treat yourself, around 60% off you're getting on those goodies, and you're getting a demo as well with Michelle.
Absolutely. So what we've got is my absolute favourite from this collection, and this is the temple. So I just adore this stamp. I don't know why or what it is about it. I just think this stamp set is absolutely beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp this out and have a colour in with it. So just peel that off there. I'm just going to cut myself a piece of card. So this is our colouring card, the Ultra Smooth, which is just perfect for alcohol colouring. So let's get this held down. And again, I've gone back to the stamping platform because it just means that I know when I'm stamping, I'm going to get it right every time. So I've got my alcohol proof die because I'm going to be using my tri-blends, and I'm using the Noir Black. So just tapping. I always want to say tap and unwrap, but that's a chocolate orange, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Hey up, I've been given a white chocolate version of one this year.
Have you?
Yeah, I haven't tucked in yet, though.
Oh, they look lush.
Yeah.
I think white chocolate is one of Craig's favourites, isn't it?
It's one of mine as well.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe me and Craig can have a white chocolate party.
So there we go. That's stamped beautifully. I don't even need to go back in, but if I did need to go back in with that stamping platform, it would be no problem at all. And I know I go on and on and on about it, but it's been such a game changer for me that you definitely, absolutely must have one of those. So, tri-blends. I have got this beautiful true blue shade and the gold yellow blend. And I think these two on this temple just go beautifully together. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start with, we'll start there so you can see the effects a bit better. So I'm just going to go in with the lightest, just to the edges, and I'm going to leave that highlight in the middle. And then I'm going to go in with my darkest at the sides here. Just going to go over that little bit there, and again there. And then with the mid one, just over the edge of that dark bit, bringing it over that bit there. And again at that side. You're just tickling the edge of the dark. And then from that at the mid, I'm just going to go all the way over. And as you can see, it gives you that beautiful blend.
Lovely.
And then when you do it next to the blue, so I'm going in with the lightest on this one. And again, I'm going to leave that middle bit. So it's like preserving my highlight. And so just laying down, because the alcohol pens, they blend better wet on wet. So you put a whole layer of the light down. So when you go over with the darker colours, you get that perfect blend.
So this is quite a nice size stamp actually for colouring, isn't it?
It really is. It's just big enough for you to practice.
Yeah.
A good blend, but it's not overwhelming that you look at it and think, I can't do that whole colouring. So perfect for beginners. So there, as you can see, how it blends beautifully in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring one in that I've already coloured and stamped.
Lovely.
And cut out. So you can see that the way it blends, and it's like you just said, it's the perfect size to do practice your blending with. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to put that to the side. So I've brought some of our beautiful pearlescent card in, and I'm going to make myself a 8x8 card base. So let's just get this taped together. So this is from the new card pads, the ones that came with the USB. You know, so they're like the 300 GSM 12x12 card pads.
Yes.
So it's those, because again, they make perfect card bases because of the strength of the 300 GSM. Oh, it's there, look. So yeah, so I tend to use these to make my own card bases. So I've just curved my corners, and again, I've got a layer of that beautiful, so it's practically matching.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, perfect match. It's almost like they're new. Who'd have thought it,
Who'd have thought? Have you curved them corners so beautifully?
So I've just used I've got just a corner punch in my stash.
Brilliant.
But what I used to do is I used to get a 2p. I just
Draw
used to
around
get a 2p coin and just go around it. But then I discovered that you could do it with, you can get them corner punches anywhere now.
I've seen them.
But I think it just adds that different finish to your card.
Definitely.
Just cornering your corners.
Yeah. Clear as mud.
Cornering
Makes
your
sense.
corners. Absolutely. So we've got this, and it's going to stand out beautifully. But what I've also done, so I've brought in this beautiful piece of card, again from the paper pad. And so this, I left it the 12 inches wide, and I've just cut it to 7 inches high. And I've scored at every 3/4 of an inch. And then I've just folded up and down, up and down. I've inked my edges, and I'm going to go in with a little bit more because I want a little bit more ink. I want it to stand out against that blue. So this is my water reactive honey pot. So I've just gone round all my edges.
Why have you chosen the water reactive for this one, if anyone's new?
So if you're new to it, your water reactives are brilliant for blending. So this is absolutely perfect for this, because when you're going on, it's not a heavy solid colour that goes onto your pad or your paper, whichever you're doing. You've got that nice, lovely, soft effect to it. And if you are going to do it, as you can see, I'm starting on my mat, my glass mat. So I'm starting on my glass mat, and then I'm bringing the ink up onto the paper. Then you're not going to get any ugly, defined lines on there. So let's just move that. So then all I've done is just like a fan. You know, when we were little and we used to make fans at school?
Yeah.
Just up and down with those fold lines. And then, so I think I want to do it that way though, so you can see more of that pattern.
Pretty.
So just fanning that out a little bit, and I have got just a little bit of ribbon. Really could have done with actually putting my heat gun on, my glue gun, sorry, not my heat gun, for this. It just gives you a more secure hold on it. So just taping it round, there we go, and then just cut that little piece off.
Okay.
See, being left-handed is so awkward, you can never get into those little bits.
Yeah, I know the feeling as well.
Oh, are you left-handed as well?
I am indeed, Ulls.
Oh, fabulous. Apparently we're more intelligent.
Yeah. Apparently we are more creative as well.
Yeah.
It does help that 3 of us on the team are left-handed, so
I've just used a bit of tape pen.
What
I would have done, If I had a bit more time, I'd either use a wet glue on all of the edges that are holding down.
Yeah.
But that will hold for now, and then I'll go back in when you don't want to watch me just gluing. I'm going to put that on a foam pad because it's me, and it's going to go on a foam pad. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be a Michelle card without foam pads somewhere. Not. So I just want to tuck it under my fan a little bit, have it over the top a little bit, and then I've got the, let me put my sentiment on. So this is from the same stamp set. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Oh, that's a lovely sentiment.
They really are. So I've used the same card to mat and layer this up. So I'm going to do a double mat and layer. And then we'll put that one on there. And it just ties it all in. So just little things like the inks on the edges of the paper, matching it up, tying it all in. So let's get these 2 pads on there. And I think that's going to go there.
That's lovely.
And then I would use my hot glue gun and I would put that on there. Let's see if we can get it to stick. I think we underestimate these tape pens though sometimes because they are an amazing
They
stick.
really are.
There. So just using the papers to make myself a different kind of topper.
Love it!
Thank you
looks
very much.
fabulous, doesn't it? If you would like to recreate that stunner of a piece, then don't forget the Shimwassery Collection is available. You're looking at about 60% discount across the board on many of these. I agree, a bargain. £3.19 or $3.98 for you on the polymer stamps with the 7 different elements in there as well. But don't forget, you've got all of the other elements you can add. Just head on over to our website, shop the show, and see what you can treat yourself to. I love a 60% discount. I love even more a 70% discount, and that is what I've got coming up for you now. Okay, I do need to forewarn you though that what we're bringing to you in elements along this is I've got 50% discounts, I've got 60% discounts, I've got even more coming up for you. But I would say that, remember, it's a pre-record, so anything that you've got right now, we hope that you'll be able to treat yourself to, but you do have to be quick. So if you see something you love, grab it in the basket, check it out and relax. Starting off with something from our farmhouse, this is our Simply Thankful. This is a stamp collection, so they're all clear stamps, and these are the type of effects you can get once you coloured them in. 13 elements for just £2.49 or $3.47. It's a bargain. Then I'm bringing to you We Can Do It. Now this I absolutely love because they've got really nice sentiments in here, including the likes of, with faith, anything is possible. You've also got love makes a house a home as well as the characters in there. Check out that platinum price, it's incredible. May Your Day Bloom is one of my favourites. I've used this probably more this year than any other stamp and die collection. I absolutely adore it. So in here you are getting the stamps, but you're also getting the dies that cut out these wonderful flowers. You can dome them, you can colour them, you can leave them pure white. It's up to you. And that price point today, another stellar deal for you. It's a half price deal if you want to treat yourself to it. And let me just show you an example of the types of treats you can create with this. Check that out. Lovely vellum's being used here, stamped upon, embossed, so that you can put those flowers within it. There's plenty to be done with this. Then I've also got for you your Let Love Grow. Now this again is a really lovely collection. You're getting the elements here that create these little seed packet styles, so you can actually put seeds in here if you wanted to, but also it could be lovely for little pockets for maybe tooth fairy money, or even quite handy for little notes if you wanted to as well. Have a little look at an idea of the types of treats you can make with those ones together. You pop your little seed packet in these folders. It just looks great. Don't worry, I've got the stamps coming up. Let's fly by to say hi with these beautiful birds. You've got your ducks or your geese or your swans, if you will, depending on how you colour them in. And you're also getting the likes of the stamp mark on there. Some of your wonderful sentiments on these include dream big and aim high. You've got, look at this one. If anyone watches Coronation Street, which is a soap here in the UK, this reminds me of Coronation Street, doesn't it? It's lovely. So you've got those mallards flying atop. Again, make them whatever animal you wish. I want to bring you Enjoy the Ride next. I think this is a great one because it could be a card for young people, maybe young people who like playing with their trucks and their vans, but also it could be for someone a little bit older, maybe who's moving house, for example. This would be wonderful as well for anybody who maybe is really into their trucks, their cars, maybe owns a ranch, for example. So this is just one great design you could create. Let's get into your sentiment dies now. Now this die is You Are Loved, and I think this one is a beauty because whether it is a get well soon card or a happy 79th birthday card, you've got something here that will make a smile, and this is the type of font that is created with that wonderful piece. It's gorgeous, that, isn't it? And remember, it's going to be excellent every single time. Family blessings I'm bringing to you now, and we have got that lovely font detail. This is how it would look when it cuts out. I love that it's going to work perfectly each time. Thank you I'm bringing as well here today, and have a look at that one. You don't have to be great at handwriting for this, you just run it through your die cutter and that is the look you get. I'm also going to bring into you some toppers. Now these have already been die cut for you. You've got your sticky on the back, so this is just an opportunity to peel off and stamp on, and you've got lots of different ones including the likes of Have Faith in there. £4.49. Bargain. We're bringing to you as well in here our Farmhouse Pads. Now this here is your vellum, and it is 12 by 12 inches, and I have to say this is so beautiful. Just look at how joyous this is, and you get loads of different designs as well. I'll have a quick flick through for you, but you get absolutely loads of designs including those toppers at the back. You just have to put some glue on them and you're ready and raring to go. And then look at all of these fabulous designs you're getting. There's so many in there, and again it is your vellum, so it's got that lovely translucency to it. As well as that one in the 12 by 12, I'm going to be bringing to you your card as well. These ones have got texture, it's going to add dimension, and it's going to fit in with your theme. So this really takes all of the effort out of it because I've got a paper pad which matches those colours beautifully. So all of these colours you're going to be getting, lovely textured detail, and as I've said, beautifully mimics almost the paper that I've got for you in this too. So let me bring that to you now because you've got such a range here. I've got bright popping summer colours, I've got spring hues, I've got textured details within here, gingham, we've got backgrounds, we've got almost watercolour style effects in this. There's just oodles to play with, and these are the types of designs, of course, that you can use with your paper pad. I want to bring to you the 12 by 12 version of it now, if I may, and these ones are just stunning. I actually used this paper pad for a christening card not that long ago. I used the little bunny rabbits and I used some of the gingham as well, and it does work all year round. So if you would like to seize the moment, now is your chance because you're getting 12 by 12, really high quality paper. You know, it's not flimsy, for just £6.49 or $7.97. It's a real good deal, that. Now, a lot of the designs I've been showing you have got the wax seal upon them, and I want to bring this to you today. It is giving you a seriously luxe finish and feel here. You can see the type of design we're looking at here. It's that really oldie worldy, very special. Just think if you were to get a card with a wax seal, even on the envelope, how special would you think that card is? And with this, you can make them over and over again. So as you can see, you've got the flower design, but you've also got the bird or the duck on here too that you could use with it. I'm going to bring you some more texture now, if I may, and this is that wood paneling effect. I love this detail. It's very Instagrammable. If you think about a lot of product photography is done on this type of background, you could make this yourself. You've also got the little stamps at the side of it as well. The almost looks like nails, doesn't it? And then finally, I'm bringing to you the wreath itself. This is a wonderful floral design, and this is the embossed detail that you can look at, colouring and have loads of fun. To get that for £1.99 is astonishing. Just think that is, you know, what, a box of average chocolates, £1.99. This is going to last a whole heap longer if you do want to grab it. Now is your chance, remembering that it is a pre-record, so right now everything is available, but it's always worth you checking. If you would like to get inspired, then we've got Michelle in Crafter's Corner. What are we making?
Michelle over there in the corner, love it.
I said Crafter's Corner.
Do you know what I love about all our collections is it takes the guesswork out of it for you. Our paper pads, our vellum, our cardstock, and then everything else, it's all picked for you. All the colours correspond, everything's picked for you, so you can just get the collection and know whichever bit you put with whatever other piece is absolutely going to match. Which is why I think, for one, these are so hugely popular, and for two, why they're so fabulous.
Definitely.
So we're going to have a play with these few bits that I've got in front of me. So adore these. This little truck. I mean, stamp that out a couple of times, make a little box, put the car at each side, and you've got a little gift box or a little toy, a little truck, literally, for, you know, your little boy or girl to play with. Yeah. So lots of different ideas. And that's the great thing about these. You get a collection like this, and when you get a million ideas going through your head, you know that we've done, or Sarah and Leanne have done exactly the right thing.
Definitely.
So you've got these beautiful bird dies and the stamps. So we're going to have a little play with those. We're going to have a play with those as well, but let's do these first. So we're going to stamp them out. And again, I'm not going to go on and on about, I am going to go on and on about the stamping platform because it's fabulous. See, I'm going to use it again, and my stamping's going to be perfect, and I'm not going to be annoyed and frustrated, and I'm not going to throw it away because my stamping platform has put the fun back into stamping for me. So these beautiful birds. So let's get those on there. So pick them up with the top. And then again, so alcohol proof ink pad in Noir Black I'm going to use, because I'm going to use my tri-blends. I need the corresponding ink pad to make sure that there's no bleeding of the inks. So let's get this stamped out.
I love how the birds are so filled with energy. They really do look like they're sort of swooping and swooshing, don't they?
They do. And look, it's done it perfectly first time for me, but if it hadn't, if I'd not pressed down enough or I'd inked or missed a bit of the inking, I could have just gone back in, no problem.
That's great.
So let me just get a piece of card to colour on. Oh, there's never a piece round when you need one. There we go. I'm ready. So I'm going to bring in, so again, my tri-blends. So I'm going to use the earth brown blend for this. And again, so our tri-blends again, take the guesswork out for you. If you're a beginner, or even if you're advanced, you've got those 3 shades of the one colour in the pen, and they're all there, so you know that using that light, medium and dark, you're going to get a perfect blend. So this is what we're going to use. So we're going to go in with our lightest, and we'll colour this one in the middle. So I'm going to lay down the lightest colour everywhere, because having it nice and inky, wet with that ink means that when I go in with my darker, I'm going to get that perfect blend, because wet on wet is how we get that blend. So, and then just on his wings. So this stamps again, take the guesswork out for you. If you are new to this, you can see exactly where you need to go in with your darkest to highlight this little, I think I've coloured his feet in brown. So he can just have really furry feet, this one.
Yeah, he's a mucky duck. He's been wading about in the mud again. Oh, that's classic him. Henry he is, that's his name.
That's it. So then just taking that dark bit out, that little bit further with the mid, enhancing his dirty little face. He's a young one, this. That's why he's got dirty feet.
Ah, right.
And then go back over with the lightest. And then once your alcohol has dissipated, you see that blend even more beautiful.
If you can hear that noise outside,
it's not me.
No, it's not. It's the truckers saying, ah, great price, Crafters TV.
Absolutely, that's what they're saying.
Maybe. They might not be, that's not official, but that's what I'm guessing.
So with exactly the same pen, I've coloured more in. I've given that classic green ring round their neck, and then some yellow beaks. So we'll cut these out. So we'll just put them to the side. And again, so you've got the dies to go with these stamps. And you just need to figure out which one goes with which. It's a bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
So, where's my tape? I've tried to stay tidy, but it hasn't quite worked.
Oh, it's so hard to, though, isn't it?
It is. Oh, it is if you're me. Yeah. The thing is, you just like to get on with the fun bit.
Yes.
You tidy up later.
Yeah, I always think, future Becky will sort that out.
That's it. Not today, me.
Yeah.
So let's get this last one taped down. And then we'll run it through. And so obviously these are going to go through all the way to your mini because they're small enough for that.
That's great.
So let's get that put through. But I'm using my big one because this beautiful thing lives next to me. So this is my go-to machine. But those minis and middies, have you used one?
I've used a mini, but only once.
They just cut like butter.
Which you might not think for
amazing.
such a tiny machine, but they really do.
Yeah, you think, it's a small machine, it's not going to have the same power, but it absolutely does. It's got the same power as all our machines. It's small but mighty.
Yeah.
So I'll move my rubbish to the side for now. So I've got my my birds, and then so this is the truck. So this is the truck from this kit. So again,
Fab.
You get the dies and you get them lovely stamps. And what I've done with this is I've coloured it, I've actually done it on watercolour card, this one. So I've done it with my aqua pens.
Ah, cool.
So I've made it look like the mud splashed up, if you can see that.
Yeah.
I thought I'd really go to town on that one.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, we've got the mucky duck with the dirty feet, so
Yeah.
we've got a mucky truck.
Hey, there's a rhyme in that somewhere, but I really won't have a go.
So what I've already prepared is this beautiful card. So it's 11 by 6, and I've scored at 2.5 inch on both sides, and I've done it on the front. I was a little too organised with this one. I got carried away, and I've already papered up the front, but this is the paper pad, and I love these daisies. They're just stunning. This is one of our nesting dies that I've cut the aperture out with, and then just used 2 of the bigger ones to make just the border to go around it. It tidies up, not that your edges are untidy, but I like to put a border around. I think it just makes your aperture pop a little bit.
Definitely.
So we're just folding those again, up and down, in and out. Is it mountain and valley?
Yeah, that's it.
I got there. So there we go. So it's going to come together like that. So, and again, I've got another piece of that beautiful paper. And the way I've inked the edges on this, so I've got my ink and I've used the Midnight Blue. And what I've done is, instead of having my paper down and inking like that, I've just dabbed into my pad and I've just inked the edges like that.
Okay.
Because sometimes you don't want as much on there if you do it the other way. Sometimes you just want your edges just to pop a little bit, and it gives it that illusion that there's another mat under there without having to use an extra mat. So that's what I've done with that, and I use the Midnight Blue, and that just makes that pop. So we're going to tape that in. almost seems a shame to cover some of these sides up, really, doesn't it?
But you get so much of it.
You do get so much.
And today it's an absolute bargain, so you could double it.
Oh, it's an absolute steal, isn't it? And I think that's why we always need to buy two, one to use and one just to look at.
Yeah. And with this price, don't forget, it is a buy one, get one free if you were to get two. So
absolutely, it's a bargain. So I'm just going to put my birds in there. And I'm going to put them onto some foam pads because, well, I don't need to say why.
No, you don't. No.
I just love the depth and dimension you get by adding the foam pads to things. It just takes it to that next step. It adds that extra element.
And if you haven't tried them at home before, it's almost difficult to see them from home on your screen because you're obviously watching on a flat screen. But in real life, do give it a go because it creates lovely shadows and it really is a bit of a wow factor. So definitely do give it a try.
So just checking that I've got them where I want them, and I have. So then I'm going to give them a final press down. I always like to check before I commit to giving everything a good press down, just to make sure that it's exactly where I want it to be. So we're going to put the front on this. So just taping my edges. You can use any glue you like for this because it's just white cardstock that I'm using.
Got you.
So give it a good burnish down. Matching my edges. I think that's the hardest bit, matching your edges up, making sure that they're where you want them. So I'm going to bring in another piece of this, and again, I just want to go, and you don't even necessarily need to keep dipping in with this. There's always enough ink left on your dauber just to do this. So that's that, and again, so that's my Midnight Water Reactive. But you could, just for doing that on your edges, you could use your quick dry or you could use your opaque.
Okay, great.
And if you use your opaque, what you then need to do is dip it into some embossing powder and then heat emboss it, and it just heat embosses those edges.
Lovely.
And it just looks amazing. So that's on there, and guess what I'm going to put that on? Foam pads.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, if you don't want too much depth with the foam pads, we've got different depths. So some of them are quite, give you quite a bit of a height, and some of them are a lot smaller. So, and then finally, I'm going to put it on a foam pad.
Oh, shock.
So this stamp is, so it's from the same one as the birds. A new home means a new adventure.
Aww.
So you get like 3 sentiments in there. You get your birds, and you get that lovely
like postage
air
stamp.
mile stamp. Yeah. So that's going to go right in the middle for me there, and then we'll pop that up, and then that is my farmhouse card.
Lovely.
It does look like the birds have just took off from that truck.
Yeah, it does.
I meant to do that, really.
Did you? It does remind me of that film where they teach what are they, geese to fly? They can fly away home, it's called. Well remembered, director Adam. Yeah, and they get in the truck, don't they, and they follow him.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, it's a good film. Anyway, if you would love to recreate this, we have got your Farmhouse Stamp and Die collection. There's loads of different treats and treasures within there. Do not forget, you are treating yourself. And can I just remind you as well that we have got so many deals online. Absolutely oodles. I would highly recommend that if you wanted to get your hands on some woodland friends, that you head on over to our website right here, right now, because as promised, we have got a mega deal. 50% is good, 60% off is good, 70% is excellent, and that is what you have. Please remember though, this is a pre-record, so they might actually be gone, but I thought I'd let you know of it so that you can go and grab and dive in on them. For now though, Michelle, technically, we won't see you until the new year, so have a fabulous New Year's.
You too.
And thank you very much.
You lovely.
Yeah, thank you very much as always. I will let you know that tomorrow, which is the true New Year's Eve, we'll have a Colour Me Happy special that you can get involved with. So do feel free to tune in for that. Do not forget as well that if you do want to get any of those last minute winter extravaganza sales, then just head on over to our website and grab those last minute opportunities whilst you can. And I will also remind you that if you want to save this show, you absolutely can. Head on over to our socials and give it a quick save. For now though, from me, have a fabulous New Year's Eve and I will see you in 2022. Stay safe, my loves. Bye bye.